Here's word on the street this morning. I'm so happy. So happy that word on the street is
Good
popping
morning,
off.
Dennis. How you
Morning.
doing?
I see you have on a turtleneck. Is it cold?
No, it's just raining, but I'm with George, who's busy in the rain doing some
Uh-oh.
work. Good morning, Jeff. This is Bob Charles Ivy. You're on radio at WNHH.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. I like that hard hat. That's a nice color.
You sure like
It
the
is,
color you
right?
had. So George is a carpenter, and he's hanging out now behind. Do you remember the old Plymouth building, Babs? It's across from St. Ray's at Sherman and Chapel. It was once a church and then a synagogue. Now it's medical offices that got fixed up.
Oh,
George, what are you doing here today at the Plymouth building?
Well, right now we are installing the doors and hardware. We're tooling all the old door. We're installing the new doors, new hardware, and all that kind of stuff.
So in other words, the building was already working, right? People were working there and they had doors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What was up with the old doors?
The old doors we're taking off, putting in the garbage, and putting like a new wood doors.
New wood doors.
Yeah.
And what do you feel like when you're working on a job like this, that there's history in this building?
I
People have
hate
been doing
some-
stuff in building for hundreds of years. And here you're giving it new life, right?
Yes, yeah, definitely. It looks awesome inside.
And what's it
Yeah.
like for you to know that, like, what was wrong with the old doors? Were they worn out? What were they made of?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't metal doors. Right now they are putting wood doors. It's like
So you're replacing metal doors with wood
yes,
doors.
Now the metal doors is gonna be just down in the basement,
Mhm.
but stairs and inside for the office is gonna be a wood.
And is that because they look nicer? Like, were metal doors a cheaper way when they used to keep these buildings going and they didn't care about as much the history look? Is this part of making this a nicer building, or is it more safety?
Nicer building and safety as well.
And tell me about the
Yeah,
safety.
because some doors are making for like to hold the fire if there is gonna be a fire in the building. So these kind of doors are very heavy to hold the fire, the smoke. So very still.
So as you're putting in heavier doors that would stop fire from spreading.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that they're wood don't make them more dangerous than metal?
No, they make it inside is like I don't know what kind.
Fireproofing?
Yeah, fireproofing.
What are
so
the kind of doors called?
those are fire radiator doors, something like that.
Fire
Radiator something.
fire radiator
Yeah.
doors? Is there a brand name?
Yes.
What's the brand name?
It's
okay if you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So,
Yeah.
George, I'm trying to get straight. Your job today, are you actually putting in the new doors, or are you doing some work that gets you ready to put in the doors? Like, what are you doing this
Yeah,
morning?
right now we're putting new doors right here in the first floor.
Inside doors or
Yeah,
outdoors?
yeah, inside.
And so what's it involve? Are you gonna be able to do it all this morning? You ever
Yeah.
get the outdoor and the new one in?
Yeah, it's about like 15 doors that I have to do.
15
Wow.
doors?
Yeah, it's gonna take me maybe the whole day.
One day, 15 doors?
Yeah,
And how many people do you work with?
we are two.
Two
Two?
people,
Uh-huh.
one day, 15 doors.
Yeah.
What time did you start?
7.
How many you got so far?
So far we are 5.
5 down, 10 to go.
Yeah.
Not bad, because it's only, so 2.5 hours, you got the first
Yeah.
5.
Uh-huh.
Are some harder than others?
Yeah, some ones are harder than the other ones.
And what makes some harder or easier?
The hardware. Some ones have like electric hardware, so it's more complicated to install it.
And is
but the
that
other
because
ones,
people
yeah.
get buzzed in for security, like electric hardware for ones where they have
Yeah,
security
for
systems?
security, you got to swap the card so the door open.
And not all the doors have that.
No.
And do you have a company? You have your own company?
Yeah.
What's it called?
ATA carpentry.
ATA,
Carpentry.
like Alpha Tau Alpha?
Yeah.
And did you start the company?
Yeah, we just started like I would say a month ago.
What?
Yeah.
You started a company?
Yeah.
You're the founder? Or we?
No, we are. It's like me and my cousin.
You and your cousin started a
Yeah,
company a month ago. What were you doing before that?
We used to work for another company, do finished carpentry, trim.
And finished
Oh.
carpentry, I'm ignorant. I never heard that word before.
Mhm.
So finished carpentry is a kind of carpentry.
Yeah, finished carpentry is everything like the fancy stuff inside, like crown molding, like baseboard, doors in houses and commercial buildings as well.
As opposed to what? Like, what's not finished carpentry?
The not finished carpentry is like the rough carpentry, like in making houses, all the framing.
The structure and everything.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What made you become a finished carpenter? What specialize in that?
Well, that's what I learned when I just came here.
Where'd you come from?
Ecuador.
You came here from Ecuador?
Yeah.
When did you come?
I would say like 13 years ago.
And what brought you here?
My dad, he brought me here. So
How old were you?
I'm 36 right now. I came when I
23.
was, yeah.
And why did your dad want to come here?
Well, I mean, better opportunities in this country, and yeah,
So just 1 month ago, you and your cousin started this company.
yeah.
What's your cousin's name?
Maria.
Maria. So you and Maria are cousins
Yeah.
from Ecuador.
Yeah.
Before that, where did you work?
Who?
Where did you work before that?
I was living when I just came here. I was living in New Jersey, so I was working, warehouses and stuff like that. And then I came here. When I came to Connecticut, I started doing the finish carpentry.
And when was that?
When it was, I would say, like 6 years ago.
How does a
7.
person become a carpenter and a finished carpenter? You're working in a warehouse.
Yeah.
How are you able to then become a carpenter?
Well, you gotta keep looking for more opportunities. So I contact my cousins. They used to live here, so they were working in the company.
So they got you
They got me in.
Who taught you?
And my cousin,
He was a carpenter.
yeah,
That's awesome. So how'd you get this first gig? Like if you just started a month ago, how did you get this
yeah. I
job?
mean, you gotta keep trying to keep going.
Like how did you find someone to hire you to do the doors?
Well, the GC is my I know them.
The general contractor.
Yeah, I used to work for them. So right now I told them, hey.
So that's how you get started. Where did you used to work for them? Or you were an
many
employee?
places.
Like you were an
Yeah,
employee?
an employee.
So were they helping you get started here?
Yeah.
All right.
kind of,
Who are they?
Uh-huh.
What's their name?
GDS.
GDS.
GDS. Yeah.
And you live in Wallingford?
Yeah.
How's Wallingford?
Wallingford is beautiful.
Tell me about it. You have family there?
Yeah, my family over there is beautiful. I mean, he's very cheap.
have kids?
I like the electricity. It's cheap.
Oh, your electricity?
Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, my kids, the schools are good.
How old are they?
It's 6 and 13.
And you have a wife?
Yeah, my wife.
Does she work too?
Yeah,
What does she do?
works on Yelp.
What does she do?
And register.
Uh-huh. Registrar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So how did it go today, George? How did the work go on the first 5 doors? Was it easy? Any
Yeah, it was easy.
unexpected?
It was easy.
Like, what are you carrying here?
A closer.
Now, what is a closer?
The closer is to make close the door. When you go out, you don't need to.
I should have known that. So
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like, what is it? A piece of metal?
Yeah. It's
And where does it go? Middle of the door, top of the
no,
door?
in the top of the door. Yeah, the top of the door.
So I'm trying to picture it. Like, what does it do? Like you said, closes the door. What
So as soon as you go out, you pull the door. I mean, you push the door and the door closes by on.
And what's the biggest challenge of starting your own company? You went out on your own. Why did you want to go on your own?
I mean, it's much better, I think, and better opportunities and
And any philosophy keep you going? Like, what keeps you going day to day? What gets you going to?
family. Yeah, the family and keep growing up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got his dreams.
Babs, do you have any questions for George?
When's the last time you've been back to Ecuador?
Does he asked if he's sending money back to Ecuador?
No, when was the last time he was in
When's the last
Ecuador?
time you visited back in Ecuador?
I was there a year ago. Yeah.
How often do you go?
Actually, I was in February. I was in Ecuador. Then I went in September. I went to Mexico in Cancun.
Why'd you go to Cancun?
For my wife birthday.
Okay, for a fun trip.
Yes.
Did you bring the kids?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
we bring the kids and all.
And do you miss Ecuador?
Oh yeah.
Do you like it better here, or is it not one or the
No,
other?
I mean I like here. I like a lot of here. So, in Ecuador you got your family, but here you got much more opportunities. That's the more
Mhm.
important thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Babs, for George?
No, just Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. he
Thank
says.
you. Thank
All right.
you guys.
And we're going to sign off here. Love Babs Loves Talk from Sherman Avenue, the Plymouth Building at WNHH, New Haven's home for community radio.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I'm gonna go find that building now. Now I gotta go look for it.
All right, good.
And look at the doors. I gotta go and look at the doors.